friends, it's Star Thrifter, and I have a video to share with you today, and it's in regards to some brands to look out for and to pick up, and also some trending, different styles and things like that for eBay or for Poshmark, and we'll get right on to it. If you've not watched any of my other videos before, I sell on eBay full time, and I also sell some items on Poshmark too. We'll get right on to it. I think basically all these are, I apologize, it's not the brands. These are all just styles. These are styles that, have kind of been trending. And if you're selling clothing, you know how that is. The trends change quite rapidly sometimes. Some items are, classic and they stay, remaining, popular, but there's also trending styles. One of the styles right now is called, it's like a V lounge pants, and they're like a crossover waist where they come in like a V, but they kind of have like a crossover like that. I guess that style has been trending, and I haven't heard in regards to a particular brand, but obviously always, you're more higher end or name brand things are going to sell more than just, regular run-of-the-mill brands. However, that style is trending. And another thing, obviously, is the chunky shoes and the chunky boots. Today, I was thrifting, and this girl was there, a young girl was there. She had on the most adorable pair of leather, or I don't know if they were leather, but they looked like leather. They were very light lavender, and they were come up to the knee. They were like knee boots, but they had a platform on them. I mean, not super like high, but a platform, heel and platform. And then she had like a little lavender shirt on, and actually some Lululemon, leggings. She looked absolutely adorable. I love those. Anyhow, but they were the chunky, style looking bottom. Also the shoes, if you can remember, it was more like in the 90s where that chunky style was kind of popular. That's what's popular, whether it's sandals, shoes, or lace-up shoes or boots. Those are things to be looking out for. I don't know how long it'll stay popular. I don't know if it'll continue on into the fall and winter season, but right now, that's what's been trending, and it's summer right now. Another one, too, is supposedly denim pieces. I don't know. But anyhow, like from the 90s, sometimes people will wear like all over denim. I'm not really sure about that. I would think if I come across an outfit, I would probably do some comps first before that, Sometimes they put these on there and you go, I don't know. But anyhow, and then another one is leather jackets. And, leather jackets is a little bit more of something that's classy and that stays in style. The style leather jacket that you sell may change. They didn't really specify what style is like really trending right now, but leather jackets were. And, a few years ago, it was the bomber jackers. They were really, trendy and things, but I think it's, probably more of the regular, cut, leather jackets. But if you find some leather jackets, just do some comps before you purchase it. 1970 print retro styles, and I just sold a really cool looking, it was ModCloth, and that's a pretty decent brand, but it was a maxi dress, and it was short sleeve, I think V-neck, and it was a fit flare, and it had a really heavy looking, meaning not heavy weight, but heavy looking 70s print, and it was super cool, and it sold really quickly. Another thing that's supposed to be popular is mushroom print, like mushrooms that you eat, I don't know, but I supposedly that is supposed to be trending. That I have not checked on, but that's supposed to be another print. Pastels, pastels have been really popular this summer, and it's pastel or coastal. Things that look like coastal, like where it's preppy or nautical. You could think brand-wise like Vineyard Vines, maybe some J. Crew. However, I don't always pick up a lot of J. Crew because some of it just sits. I think it's because it's there's a lot of it out there. The market's kind of saturated, and it depends on the J. Crew year that it was made. And if you're unfamiliar with that, usually it's where the material tag is. It's either on that or underneath it. There'll be a little tag, and it'll have the style number. And then it will also have the year, like SU20 would be summer of 2020. And but anyhow, I heard that maybe you should just try to pick up the last 3 years. However, if you get into some of the nice sweaters and things like that, merino wool or neat print, they're going to sell even if they're older. Another one is palm print, like palm trees and things like that. That's supposed to be very trending right now for summer. And I know it's already July, but you know, if you're still thrifting and you're coming across some of the stuff, it's, you know, kind of nice to still pick it up. If it's something that you think that could sell, you know, kind of quickly. However, I do list the items all year round, you know, whether it's summer or winter, but you're going to sell a whole lot more summer stuff in the summer and a lot more winter stuff in the winter, you know, may sit, you know, and things like that. Um, Tropical print, another, you know, thing, you know, Hawaiian, aloha, tropical, whether it's shirts or dresses, you know, those are nice prints to pick up. Um, Another one is like cottagecore. Cottagecore is for me anyways, the way that I define it, and I have sold a dress that was cottagecore and I use that as a key word. That would be like, let's say if it was like a maxi dress that I had and had the really tiny little floral, real tiny little floral all over it. That's kind of cottagecore. And this dress was kind of cottagecore too. It just kind of like flowed straight down, you know, type of thing. But anyhow, that's an example of cottagecore. Um, Another one is anything that's Y2K or 80s or 90s. That's really been trending, and I haven't heard whether that goes into the fall season, but it's, you know, been pretty trendy. And I just listed an apple bottom sweater, and there's been quite a bit of attention on that. And that's not even, wasn't even like a high end brand, but you know, just different things that were very much of that, you know, era, the 80s and 90s. That's really been trending. Supposedly the velour tracksuits are supposed to be trending again. I don't know. I haven't had one, you know, but you know, to sell, and that's where you'd have like the jacket and the pants, but supposedly that's supposed to have been a trendy thing. Tie-dye. Tie-dye's been really popular, and it does seem to come up a lot on the trendy you know, lists for the summer, but it is again this, you know, this year. And cow print, like moo cows. I guess cow print's real popular right now. That's another thing that you can look out for. Crochet, that's another thing, you know, things that are crochet tops or maybe dresses that have accents of the crochet. And if it's something that's, you know, not all crochet, but it has the accents, I usually, you know, put in the title if there's room, or I certainly click on that button in the item subscriptions, you know, that has crochet in the title. I may put crochet accents or something like that. Butterfly is supposed to be a popular print. Tweed. Tweed is more of like, you know, a classic look, and you know, it's like a tweed is, if you're unfamiliar with that, you can Google it, but it's like a plaid, knit plaid, and you know, it's probably when it's a tweed, you'd want to go with maybe a classical look design. Whether it's blazers, I pick up very little blazers though because they're not an easy item to move, and same as skirts. If you're new to reselling, those are two items that are very hard to move, usually for most resellers. I'm not saying they don't sell, and maybe they sell great for some people, but they're not an item that sells that quickly or that easily. However, now if you get in some of the blazers where you've come across like a Ralph Lauren and it's got the crust on it, you know, like their logo, and it's quite large, they can sell for some money. Also, the ones that are equestrian, which is kind of, you know, like horse riding, and they will be a little bit longer blazer. A lot of times they're wool. They don't necessarily have to be, but sometimes they're longer. Sometimes they'll have like a contrast black velvet collar. Those are like equestrian, or they'll have like the gold buttons going down the sleeve, and maybe, you know, it makes it, you can almost, you know, when you look at it, it looks equestrian. Those can sell for some money. And then of course, if you get into high-end brands and some of the St. John, not St. John's Bay, but the St. John, those can sell too in the blazers. Low rise. Okay, I hardly ever pick up jeans anymore. It's just not a category that I do, you know, do that much with. I have picked it up from time to time. Now I only pick it up if it's a really great brand, and you know, like a high-end brand, or it's got a quick sell-through rate or something like that. But supposedly now, from what I understand, it keeps changing. I know you see the style where it was all the real high-rise and the young girls were wearing, and they would be more of like a straight leg, or kind of almost like a flare, like all the way down flare. That's been really, really trending. I see a lot of young girls still wearing that, you know, the younger crowd. But they're saying low rise. I don't know. Write in the comments what you think on that. But they're saying low rise now, with the flare or whatever. I don't know if that's coming back in, but supposedly that's on the list. Let's see. Baby doll tees. Those are another thing that's, popular too. And let's see here. Neon. Neon's been very trending for the summer. I absolutely love neon. If you've watched any of my other videos before, I wear a lot of neon or neon accents. Today I don't have exactly neon on, but they kind of are bright. My nail polish was it's all kind of wore off now. It was for the holidays. I got to redo it. But I love neon. Whether it's popular or not, I wear neon. But it's been trending. And Harley Davidson, that's another, that's kind of more of a classic. I think that just always kind of stays in style, but it really depends on the piece. Some Harley Davidson women's shirts or t-shirts can kind of sit and not sell for a lot of money. However, if there's something unique or neat, then they sell for more. I find that the men sell quicker. Now I have sold a Harley Davidson all leather. It was a halter top women's, and man, it was really nice and excellent condition, and it was really neat. It was very fitted. I think it was either black or pink or brown and pink. It had the Harley Davidson. It was a zip up. It was a halter, and that sold for quite a bit of money. I can't remember now because it's been a while ago. I thought it sold for around 100, but I can guarantee it was over 50. I can't remember. It's been too long. But anyways, in regards to that, let's see. I was trying to see if I had anything else on the list here. Those are kind of like some trendy things. I just wanted to do a quick video on this. And I'll do another video where I'll list some brands and things like that. I know right now it's been summertime and it can be summer slowdown for a lot of people. And believe me, I have also had the summer slowdown with the sales. And we're all trying to do whatever we can to keep things going. Just try not to lose, too much inspiration in regards to keeping your business going and the motivation. Try to keep it up a little bit, because I know how hard it is. If your sales tank, then you're like, screw it, I don't feel like listening at all. You're like, forget it, I don't feel like it. I totally understand, because I do that. But you have to do the opposite. You have to keep listing. Now, it is summer slowdown. And, of course, the economy is affecting it, too. But that's, every summer, it does slow down some. And if you're new to reselling, you wouldn't necessarily have known that. But anyhow, just try to stay motivated and try to stay with it. It is a very, very worthwhile business to have. But I'll tell you what, it's a lot of work. If anybody makes it look super easy or says it is, I don't know what they're doing to make it super easy, because I'll tell you what, most all of the resellers, and if you watch the other videos, on YouTube and things like that, they'll explain it to you that it is hard. It is hard business. And what I've heard is that the more you put in, the more you get out. If you want full-time income, you have to work full-time. And, any business that you have, because actually you're being an entrepreneur, and you're starting your own business when you're selling online, and any business is a lot of work. And it can be 7 days a week a lot of times. Now, as far as the listings, if you don't want to list on the weekends, you can always save them in your drafts. Do them ahead of time, and then just post them, on the weekends and things like that. But anyhow, but it is a very worthwhile, business. But the biggest key, and I always say, and it is, no matter what you do, and the other things too affect it, brand, what you're picking up, and how, your price points, how much you're listing your things for, and things like that. The biggest thing is always going to be the list. Anyhow, hopefully you've got some benefit out of this video. If you like it, you can subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And if you could push the thumbs up, that would be excellent too. Many prosperous sales to you. Thank you.